We welcome you to Worldwide Technology Soccer Park in Fenton, Missouri. Suburban St. Louis, contest 4 of 4 to take place on this field today. It's the second of 2 Class 4 semifinals. This one between the Rockhurst Hawklets and the Park Hill South Panthers. Hi, everyone. Pleased to be joining you up in the booth. My name's Zach Zook, alongside our outstanding production crew and administration here for Misha TV. Well, not much preview needs to occur in this one. Rockhurst, the winningest program in Missouri State history, is trying to complete an undefeated season, 22-0-1. Their lone tie coming against Gonzaga College in the D.C. area. That was a 3-3 thriller. Back on September 19th, they have been victors in all other games. Rockhurst has given up just 2 goals in the postseason coming into this one, with victories over Neosho, Carthage, Lee Summit North, as well as Glendale. And now they look to keep up their winning ways against a Park Hill South team that comes into this one with a record of 18-5. They haven't lost since October 25th. That was a neutral site contest against Rockbridge in the Rockbridge shootout, so not all that neutral, I suppose, but they've been victors ever since. Winners of their last 6, they have used a double OT victory, 2-1 over Blue Springs South in the quarterfinal to get to the Class 4 Final 4 stage. And we mentioned Rockhurst, the winningest program in boys soccer history in the state of Missouri. 10 state titles for the Rockhurst Hawklets. They have made it to the Final 4 29 different times. State champions in 2023, 2022, and 2021. Unable to make the summit in 2024, they have finished with a record of 21-2 that season and a third-place finish, trying to make it back to the state title game where they would take on 2024 state champions, the SLU High School Junior Billiken. We are just about set for soccer here in Fenton. Rockhurst from Jackson County and Kansas City, Missouri, set to take on Park Hill South from Platte County and the city of Riverside. The teams are entering the end of the field to our right, and we are very close to soccer here in Fenton.
1 minute warning on field 1 minute.
Rockhurst, we talk about their recent success. They have had at least a district title in every year since 2011. I'm telling you, the success that this program has experienced is just second to none. But Park Hill South in their own right has been a program on the rise. 3 district titles since 2019 and a state runner-up finish in 2023 against these Rockhurst Hawklets, taking them on in the postseason for the second time in 3 years. They will be led, Park Hill South is, by their seniors. In the middle, they have 4 different players with more than 30 points this season. The 3 seniors with more than 30 are Nathaniel Bartram, William Brown, and Ty Zimmerman, 12, 12, and 13 goals apiece. They back up the sophomore Nazil O'Day, who has 37 points and leads the team. They are an offense that can hurt you in many different ways, and they are led by their head coach, Chris Farmer, who owns a career record of 158, 63, and 4 as the leader of this Panthers program. On the other sideline, we talked about the winning ways. Matt Darby has been around the game for a long time. He has a school record of 147, 16, and 4. The teams now make their way into the pitch, and we turn it over to our public address announcer, Max Bennett, for the playing of our national anthem and our starting lineups.
The Missouri State High School Activities Association reminds all spectators that the purpose of this contest is to promote education. The examples set for our students today will help create better citizens for the future. And now we ask that you please all rise, remove your caps as we honor America. This special arrangement of our national anthem was commissioned in honor of the Missouri State High School Activities Association's centennial celebration. It is performed by Missouri's finest high school musicians representing the all-state band, choir, and orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's participants. First, the Panthers of Park Hill South coming in tonight's match with an overall record of 18-5. The Panthers are led by head coach Chris Farmer. He's assisted by Luke Bergerud, Jared Byrne, Bigger Pretz, and Matt Simkin. Let's meet the non-starters for the Panthers. Number 1, Landon Horse. Number 3, Cole Tinbrink. Number 5, Kenny Mekinen. Number 8, Logan Curtis. Number 13, Micah Wright. Number 17, Hank Lisenby. Number 18, Sergio Barragon. Number 22, Sam Patel. Number 24, Nike Sakanchajan. Number 26, Finn Killerin. Number 38, Andre Topanta. And number 40, Xander L. And now let's meet the starters for the Panthers. In goal, number 00, Everett Brewer. Number 2, Max Fox. Number 6, Nick Parra. Number 7, Owen Toby. Number 9, Nathaniel Bartram. Number 10, William Bond. Number 11, Ty Zimmerman. Number 14, Noah Stevens. Number 19, Nozell O'Day. Number 23, Nico Pastorino. And number 29, Sam Reeves. Now for the Hawklets of Rockhurst coming in tonight's match with an overall record of 22-0-1. The Hawklets are led by head coach Matt Darby. He is assisted by Dan Calderon, John Fetter, Scott Huber, Matthew Martell, Jeremy McEldoff, and Dan Shaver. Let's meet the non-starters for Rockhurst. Number 00, Quinn Condon. Number 1, Cole Farinelli. Number 33, Elliot Williamson. Number 2, Jack Meyer. Number 5, Aiden Como. Number 6, Mo Abodal. Number 12, Rex Olives. Number 13, Cruz Garcia. Number 15, TJ Schieffer. Number 17, Ian Kabenga. Number 18, Sam Hefner. Number 19, Connor Dirks. Number 20, Isaiah Ford. Number 21, Easton Buckumty. Number 22, Owen Thomas. Number 23, Jackson Stasnik. Number 24, Jack Richter. And now the starters for the Hawklets. In goal, number 0, Luke Struby. Number 3, Will Hunter. Number 4, Calvin Schieffer. Number 7, Asande Walungo. Number 8, Colin Leary. Number 9, Tanner Hollenbeck. Number 10, Ethan Gunther. Number 11, Aiden Pointer. Number 14, Liam Dean. Number 16, Connor Williams. And number 45, Michael Gary. The officials for tonight's contest are head referee Tim Michael. His assistants are Chris Stockman and Alex Haig. The fourth official is John Hills. These officials were selected to work this event due to their outstanding work and commitment during the season. Join Misha in honoring these hardworking officials for this contest.
We welcome you back to Worldwide Technology Soccer Park in Fenton. Our public address announcer, Max Bennett, getting us set for our final semifinal match of the night here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park. It's the Park Hill South Panthers and the Rockhurst Hawklets, and we've got it next on Misha TV. Rockhurst trying to continue their undefeated season behind their leading goal scorer and All-American Asende Walungo. Walungo with 36 goals now on the season, with his 2 goals in the quarterfinal against Glendale, set a single season program record. He is also the school's all-time leading scorer and has the most points in school history, as you might imagine as well. Park Hill South will have to do their best to try and contain number 7 and try to answer with some offense of their own. Rockhurst, back-to-back state title winners, trying to avenge a defeat in 2024. And on the side of Park Hill South, trying to get back to the state title game where they were in 2023, where they were runners-up. Just about set for soccer, as the two teams will have their final huddle. 40 minutes are up on the clock, and we approach first whistle. The starting lineups for each of the ball clubs is as follows. Evan Grauer will be the goalkeeper, the senior keeper for these Panthers. 19 goals against this season and 80 saves to his name. The starting 11 in front of him, it's Max Fox, Nick Parra, Owen Thau, Nathaniel Bartram, William Bowen, Ty Zimmerman, Noah Stevens, Hank Leesenby, Nazal O'Day, and Sam Reeves. On the side of the Rockhurst Hawklets, the keeper will be Luke Struby, and the starting 11 in front of him is Will Hunter, Calvin Schieffer, Asende Walungo we mentioned a moment ago, Colin Leary, Tanner Hollenbeck, Ethan Gunther, Aiden Pointer, Liam Dean, Connor Williams, and Michael Gary. Teams are lined up. The Rockhurst keeper, Luke Struby, retreats to his net to man the pipes in the all-purple for Rockhurst. Park Hill South keeper in the all-black with the black sleeves, black shorts, black shin guards, but the pink top. So the official, I think, wanted the Hawklets keeper, Luke Struby, to clear the towel out of the way before he issued the first whistle for kick, and now that that's done, we're underway. 40 minutes on the clock for the first half of action between Rockhurst and Park Hill South. This is the second meeting between these two schools. Rockhurst with a 4-0 victory in the first meeting. We would love to continue that. Park Hill South, for their part, will try to flip the script. An enrollment declaration of just over 1,400. Rockhurst enrollment just over 1,200. On the far sideline, back and forth. Rock pinballs out of play. Stabbed there by the Hawklets on the defensive end, trying to establish some possession. Park Hill South into the attacking end, but then it's cleared. All the way back to the keeper, who won't even pick it up. Everett Grauer. Back across half, and now Liam Dean plays it back along. Up the far sideline comes Rockhurst. The Kansas City Kids, some 250 miles away from home, to a state Final Four venue that they are very familiar with. If you ask the players on this roster, maybe it's the fact that the venue got moved last year is the reason they couldn't complete the four-peat. Now that it's back here, they're more comfortable. A set piece here, just a minute and a half in for Rockhurst. Into the 18 it goes. Off a bounce, still loose. Park Hill South able to clear it out. We had rain off and on this morning, and then during the first Class 4 semifinal game, it came down for a good portion of that contest. Had a play last touch by the Panthers. Connor Williams on the restart. Be exciting to watch Ascende Walongo. He wears number 7. They're trying to get it to him, but Park Hill South does a good job denying him. We mentioned All-American honors a season ago. He's been named to the All-State team and has broken all kinds of records, as we told you off the top of the broadcast. Michael Gary now angles back with it, and they will play it to the back line. Sent into the attacking zone. Park Hill South corrals it, but then loses it. And now a battle for it in the midfield. Ethan Gunther able to win possession. They play it back. And then a through ball. Nobody home for the Hawklets. Will Hunter. Played to Connor Williams, who tries to start a run. Michael Gary. Putting the pressure on. Cleared there by Max Fox. Gary again up the near side. Pressured by Nick Parra. Into the box it comes. And cleared away by the pink cleats of Owen Thau. Zal O'Day got a touch on it. And it's cleared into the bench. Rockhurst trying to establish some offensive possession. We mentioned they had a comfortable win against these Panthers by a final of 4-0. That was a home game for the Hawklets that took place in late September. That is the only time these two met this season. Connor Williams tries to put one on target. Too much energy in that one. Well over the top of the crossbar and out of play. Nearly 5 minutes gone in this opening half. Everett Grauer. Gary played it into the middle. Their intercepted was Ty Zimmerman. We'll play it back to the keeper and into the light Rockhurst student section. They may be few in number, but they are bringing the energy, folks. All the way from Kansas City. On this overcast, chilly night in mid-November. The near sideline it comes. Connor Williams. One touch able to get it around a challenge from Nazal O'Day. O'Day, we mentioned the underclassman for these Panthers that leads this team. He is one of 4 players with more than 30 points. 15 goals, 7 assists, and 37 points. Leads the team in both goals and points this year. In the center circle, Zimmerman plays it wide. Trying to outflank the Hawklets. Good speed on the part of Rockhurst, and now Gary spins and wheels with it. Into the middle of the pitch, Gunther plays it wide. Hesitating. Gary finding a teammate, and then back into the middle, Liam Dean. Now all the way to the back line. Hollenbeck. Hawklet angling it through the middle. Will Hunter. Rockhurst establishing a little bit of possession here on the edge of the midfield. Back into the center circle it comes. Dean over for Williams. Connor Williams plays it back. Rockhurst comfortable to play their game and wait for the opposition to make a mistake. There's a bump in the penalty area, no call. Very easily could have resulted in a penalty kick for the Hawklets. But Park Hill South escapes with no whistle, and they've got it on the better side of midfield. So roll towards the 18. Luke Struby, the senior keeper, who stands at 6 foot tall. He has allowed 9 goals against, 71 saves on the year. High into the night Fenton sky. And played there by the Panthers. Out of bounds by the Park Hill South student section, which is a little bit larger in number, but not significantly so. Obviously, both teams having to travel quite a ways. That's on the ground in the box, and a shot that rolled wayward beyond the near side post for a goal kick. Off the restart, a misplay, and now into the box comes Rockhurst trying to look for the cross, and it's well defended. Park Hill South had numbers back to take away that chance from Aiden Pointer, and it'll be a corner kick from the near side for Rockhurst. Here it comes to the far side post. Header back from whence it came, chipped into the box, defended well there by the Panthers. It was blocked, and now trying to run out of traffic with it, and successfully doing so is Bound, William Bound. Up the far side seam, eventually caught up to. Boy, he had a long way to travel with the rock. Not enough head of steam to get beyond the well-coached back line for these Rockhurst Hawklets. We talked about head coach Matt Darby has only lost 16 matches at the helm of this program to 147 victories. He is assisted by Dan Calderon, John Feeder, Scott Huber, Matthew Martell, Jeremy McEdelduff, and Dan Shaver. As Gary gives chase up the near side into the corner, it goes, looking for the cross, off the deflection, it's loose, and they score! The All-American, Asende Walongo, welcome to the Final Four. his 37th goal of the season. The record books continuing to shatter in Jackson County. And Rockhurst with a 1-0 lead. Just 10 minutes into this one. Now Aiden Pointer with it up the far side. Walongo working it back. It's Liam Dean angling it geometrically between the legs of a defender, and now on the break it's loose. Walongo crashing the net again, but this time Everett Grauer is able to edge him for the ball. Grauer did a good job on the first chance, but the follow-up opportunity buried by Walongo, who has such a knack. Right place, right time. And no chance for Grauer to stop the second chance opportunity. Shot attempt in from Park Hill South, blocked by the back line for the Hawklets. Walongo bumped off of it. Strong play from the Panthers' number 14, Noah Stevens, and then he is taken down. That's going to be on Walongo, I believe. No card issued, but it'll be a great opportunity here for the Panthers. Move the ball back about 10 feet. Walongo having a conversation with the official in the middle. Get everyone lined up here with 27:40 and counting. This will be angled to the far side post, and we'll see if Park Hill South can find an answer early. The Walongo goal just 10 minutes in. Here it comes. Chipped in deep, coming off the line. Nicely done by Luke Struby. And he'll find Gary, who's off to the races. Connor Williams back to Gary. Gary with a lot of space, played it back to the near side corner. Williams waits for reinforcements and now plays it back to the top. At the point, Gunther played it into the box. Denied initially and sent back in. Rolling in the direction of Everett Grauer, the 6'4" senior keeper. Puts an end to the threat. In the center circle they battle. And a bump from behind. That'll go against Rockhurst's Ethan Gunther. Up the far side wing. Able to get around one defender. Gary trying to get around another Panther. Now he turns with it. Back to the end line. He's taken down, and we're going to have a foul called. Just a couple yards beyond the box. This will act like a de facto corner. From a lot closer than the flag, but the mechanics will be similar. Connor Williams will come over to put it back in play. To the near side post, unable to connect. Dangerous opportunity avoided there for the Panthers. Walongo. Gary back to Walongo. One touch into the corner. On the edge of the penalty area. Gary spinning with it, lost his footing. Well defended there by the Panthers. Up ahead with it is Owen Toby. Flipped towards the midfield stripe. Now into the air, a header as the teams compete for it between the benches. Ends up in the lap of Asende Walongo. He had it taken away. Will Hunter plays it all the way back to the keeper, Struby. Struby pressured, able to clear it back to midfield. Into the center for Nick Parra. 17 points for him this season. I mentioned the team leaders in points is the sophomore O'Day with 37, but right behind him, Ty Zimmerman's got 35. Bound and Bartram have 30 apiece. Those stats were before the quarterfinal matchup in which Park Hill South defeated Blue Springs South by a final of 2-1. That was in double overtime. Gary up the near sideline. And out of play. Well defended there by Park Hill South. Panthers trying to establish some offensive momentum. The early goal by Walongo is the separator right now as we approach 22 minutes to play in the opening half. Final of our Class 4 semifinals and the fourth game played on this field today. Big leg. As Grauer sends it practically the length of the field. Connor Williams calmly works it back. Play laterally. Slowly working their way up to midfield. Now Walongo, one touch, not enough on it, and it's taken away there by Park Hill South. Back into the middle it comes, and now to the near side seam for the leading goal scorer, Nazal O'Day. Which tried to slip it forward. Into the bench goes one of the Hawklets. Able to come out unscathed. And now fighting the entire back line is Nico Pastorino. He ends up losing it. Gary back the other way. A nice pass laterally. Making progress is Calvin Schieffer. Walongo sends it into the 18. Off a redirect that is held. As Everett Grauer comes off the line to snag it with two hands. Gary into the passing lane. And now Rex Olivas. Up the near sideline. Williams turns. Rockhurst certainly content to play the possession game, up a goal. They feel as though they are in total control. Pretty much a dream start for them, and off a carom trouble. Gary tried to intercede there for the Hawklets, but Park Hill South with good enough position. Now trying to hesitate, had it taken away. Did Williams. That was a phenomenal defensive play made there by the sophomore, O'Day. And now a collision, and we're gonna get a whistle. Gary got taken down. Rockhurst faithful, not happy about that. But it'll be a good scoring opportunity here for Rockhurst. The supporters will be happy about that outcome at least. Really two choices here for Williams. He can try to bend it around the wall or chip it along. They delay the play in, and it's rolled in the direction of Grauer, who smothers it. Back towards half. Good aggressive defense from Rockhurst. Collision there, initiated by Colin Leary, but he got the ball, no call. And answering the aggression is the Panthers. More collisions. It's a yard sale out there in the center circle, and we're going to get a card finally as a result. I think probably a good call to just get control of this one. Calvin Schieffer will be issued the card. Tough look maybe for Calvin on the card, but just optically the way it was going with the collisions and the physical play in the midfield area. Message needing to be sent. Calvin the victim here. So he will head to the bench, I'd imagine briefly. On to replace him will be Gunther. Ethan Gunther re-enters, as well as a trio of Panthers. Curtis, Wright, and Lisenby into the contest for Park Hill South. Lisenby, a returning starter. Near the top of this formation, the junior forward has 6 goals and 4 assists on the year. Clock frozen at 18-14. See if the Panthers send it in. Tried to play it weak side to no avail. And no whistle on that takedown, much to the chagrin of the Rockhurst fans that just saw their man issued with a card. Near side edge of the box, out of play, and a goal kick. Good defense there by Will Hunter. Cruz Garcia played it back to the keeper. And now right down the middle, off a header, trying to start Walongo. Park Hill South ready for it. Always have to be on your toes when defending this Hawklets team. Played back for Hunter. And another through ball started. They are trying to get opportunities for number 7. But credit the Panthers, well schooled. And too much heat on that pass, even if Park Hill South was out of position. Rick Grauer able to pretty easily come off the goal line and take away that chance. Trying to slip a ball through to Lisenby, with the Panthers in the midfield area. They'll restart from just beyond the Rockhurst bench. Logan Curtis will throw in. He triggers to Bartram. And now Max Fox. Up the far side. That is into the Rockhurst students. Trying to keep it alive for the Panthers. Oh, now we've got a collision and a little something after. It has been a physical match. I thought for sure you'd get a card at the end of that. That is not going to be the case. It looked maybe like there was something a little bit after the play. Again, it's pretty far away from where we're sitting in the broadcast booth. Cooler heads prevail. Everyone walks away and we'll play on. Inside of 15 minutes to go. It's a 1-0 Rockhurst advantage, and if you're a follower of the Rockhurst program, you could probably guess who scored it. Wollongo's 37th, 10 minutes in. Luke Struby on the edge of the 18. Surveys and opts to play it short side. Cruz Garcia for the center back. He'll get it back. Good jab step. Angling into the middle. He'll find a Hawklet teammate who put it between bodies. Panthers trying to give themselves a chance offensively to find an equalizer. They have defended for much of the half, and outside the second chance goal scored by Wollongo, they have been up to the task against a Hawklets team that has obviously proven explosive. Into the bench. I think that was off the side of the foot of one of the Panthers. So a throw in here for Rockhurst. A couple substitutions. For the Hawklets as well. Williams played it back. Hollenbeck gets it back. And finds his fellow defender, Will Hunter. Park Hill South hasn't been super aggressive in chasing the back line of these Hawklets, and as a result, Rockhurst, after finding the goal 10 minutes in, has really slowed things down. They've been allowed to. Eventually at the top, William Bound has given chase, as he's going to here, and put the pressure on. Will Hunter steps up into the void. Between teammates, taken away by Park Hill South, and a run started, 2-on-1, and a good defensive play. The only defender back there was Tanner Hollenbeck, and he had an effective tackle to stop the run in its tracks. The center circle, Rex Olivas. They give it away. The Panthers come north and south with it. Chipping it in through. William Bound couldn't calm it. Near side, Williams. Up ahead, Isaiah Ford. First time we've called his name in off the bench. He's a sophomore forward. On the midfield stripe, Rockhurst sends it in. Defended by the Panthers. Far side wing, they clear it. And back in it goes pretty quickly. Flag in the air, it won't matter. No chance for Connor to get back on side. Get another look at that potential 2-on-1. No hesitation, and a great defensive play made by Hollenbeck. That was a moment ago. And we're going to get a card issued to Rockhurst's number 19. That was as we were showing the replay. Connor Dirks is hit with it, the junior midfielder. And so he has to come out. Michael Gary on to replace him. So cards issued to both teams. I was looking at the replay monitor, didn't quite see what happened. It may have been something Dirks said after the fact. Mo Abdallah off the bench. Plays it back. Taken away. Here come the Hawklets. With a lot of speed. Rolled in the direction of Everett Grauer. He'll reel it in with two hands, and everyone will head back to midfield. Pump by Grauer. Huge leg. My, oh my. Nearly to the 18 in the air. That flips the field for Park Hill South. They try to get some offense off of it. Ty Zimmerman, one of the four Panthers we mentioned with 30 points or more, will leave it for Noah Stevens. Senior defender will restart. We're inside of 9.5 to play here in the opening half at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park in Fenton. Zach Zook alongside our outstanding production crew and administration team here on Misha TV. At the edge of the 18, a chance, settled, stepped into, and firing it over the bar. Ty Zimmerman had a chance, couldn't get on top of that ball enough. And it'll be a goal kick for Rockhurst. Here's another look at it. Time and space granted, but unable to hit the target. And so now a chance for a couple of subs. William Bound comes on for Micah Wright. Play to the far sideline. Rockhurst across midfield. A header looking for Michael Gary. Couldn't find it. Nearly off to the races were the Hawklets. Park Hill South. Defending nicely, trying to start a run of their own, full speed ahead. And solid defense by Connor Williams, who busted it to get back and stop Hank Lisenby, who was in a dead sprint for about 30 or 40 yards. Gary at the top giving chase and pressuring with a solid tackle. But too aggressive. Oh, and he's going to be shown some hardware, I believe. Well, did they book him? I don't know if they ever did show him the card. Just making note. Well, what's odd about this is they're going to throw it in, so if it was a foul, they would have had to place it down. That entire sequence odd. Not entirely sure why they stopped it. Had a play. Nicely done off the feet of Noah Stevens. Just a good poke there by Rockhurst. And now a substitution, one for each side. Well, Park Hill South, to their credit, they haven't had a ton of scoring opportunities, but they had the one chance a moment ago with Ty Zimmerman, and they have made this more of a midfield game. They haven't given Rockhurst very many angles with which to attack. You could say Rockhurst has slowed down, but you also, I think, have to give credit to these Panthers who've defended nicely. Team that lost 4-0 in the first matchup has done well to run around and defend in the rematch. On the ground, in tight, and a chance for Asende Walongo falls by the wayside. Number 7 was streaking in the direction of Everett Grauer. Here's another look at it. Started by Connor Williams. Last thing you want to see off the carom if you're Everett Grauer is the 37-time goal scorer streaking in right between the defense. And that's one probably Asende would like to have back. Park Hill South was caught out of position a little bit. I don't believe it ever changed direction. Walongo had it at his feet, and I don't think he expected it. I think he expected the ball to change directions one more time, and it never did. Into the box it comes. Off a carom. Cleared by the Panthers. At midfield. Sent in deep. Giving chase is Schieffer. Williams. Number 16's been on the ball often in this match. Inside of 5 to play, opening half. 1-0 advantage for the Rockhurst Hawklets. Trying to earn their 23rd victory of the season and advance to the Class 4 state title game for the 4th time in 5 years. They have been on this Final Four stage every year since 2020. They were defeated in the quarterfinal, one of 3 matches they lost in that 2020 year. They rebounded with the 24-2 state championship season in 2021. Went on to win state titles in 22 and 23 before a 3rd place finish last year in 24. Falling in the semis at Hunter Stadium on the campus of Lindenwood University last fall, where venues were switched because of inclement weather. The water that Worldwide Technology Soccer Park had taken on with the terrible storms around this time last year. But back here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park this season, and for Rockhurst it feels oh so right. In a familiar venue and with a familiar lead. 3.5 minutes to play, opening half. Park Hill South trying to change that, but they've got to defend number 7 to do it. Walongo, you see the speed. Defended well by the Panthers. Really have to credit the job they've done on him. Even the goal he scored was off the rebound in the right place at the right time. Not as though he dribbled through 4 or 5 defenders. They have done a good job trying to contain number 7. And he's still on the score sheet. Another substitution. Restart here for Connor Williams. Logan Curtis. Held there nicely by Bartram, and he is pushed from behind. That'll be a foul against Gunther. Coming on 2 minutes to go. Nick Parra will send it into the attacking third. Everyone lined up about 10 yards beyond the 18. Hand in the air. Parra angles it towards his mates. One hop, a header. And now Gary has it near half. He'll play it to the back line. We are in the final 2 minutes of the opening 40. Schieffer. Run started. Losing it initially was Pointer, but very quickly back to his feet to play it. And out of play for a corner kick. So one more chance for these Hawklets to try and extend the lead, it would appear. Williams running over to the far side. He'll approach. They crash the short post. They were looking for Wolango, not all the way out, but over the head of everything on that effort from the point. I believe that shot was taken by Liam Dean up top. Gary able to regain his footing, and then he tries to start a run. Cleared into the bench. 25 seconds and counting. At half, able to keep it in the field of play is Nathaniel Bartram. And that'll do it for the half. Played back to the back line. Rockhurst is going to take a 1-0 lead into the half. The goal scored by Asende Wolango. A pretty good half of soccer from both teams. Park Hill South will look for the equalizer in the second half. A lot closer than the 4-0 contest they played earlier this season. The Panthers hanging around. They've acquitted themselves well against this high-powered, unbeaten Rockhurst Hawklet squad. We've got halftime now. Second half action when we come back on Misha TV.
Are run in Missouri. The Misha All Access podcast gives you a behind-the-scenes pass into the decisions, stories, and people shaping school activities. From eligibility and rule changes to event plannings, postseason insights, it's everything Misha, straight from the source. Whether you're a coach, educator, student, or fan, tune in and stay informed. Search the Misha All Access podcast on your favorite podcast platform today.
The Missouri State High School Activities Association is celebrating 100 years of student activity excellence. Since 1926, Misha has championed student athletes, musicians, scholars, and performers across the state. Now in our centennial year, we're honoring a century of unforgettable moments, teamwork, and tradition. Visit misha.org/centennial to explore our history, relive iconic moments, and join the celebration. Show Me 100, celebrating a century of champions.
Are you kidding me? And the Norwood Pirates have their first ever state title.
Jackson, oh, it goes! For the first time in 9 years, the trophy goes back to Chesterfield.
One in this one, make it to Annika Holtorf.
Attention all former athletes and sports fans. It's time to get back in the game. Become an official. It's a great part-time income and you get back in the game. Start today by finding out how. Contact the Misha office by calling 573-875-4880 or visiting misha.org.
My favorite thing about playing high school sports is definitely the community it builds.
This is where I've met most of my friends. I've learned a ton of life lessons.
Getting to explore leadership, collaboration, and also teaching me a lot more responsibility.
Having that school name on your shirt, it invokes a sense of pride.
You're like repping your jersey, you're repping your team, your town.
High school is all about building character and becoming a better overall person.
It's taught me leadership, it's taught me resilience.
It's helped me a lot mentally and emotionally, especially with my mental toughness and endurance, and gave me a growth mindset when setbacks happen.
There is a direct correlation between how much work you put in and how much you're going to get out of that. I'm not only going to apply that to all the extracurriculars I do, that's going to apply to any tough situation that I'm in.
My coach was always pouring into me, developing me, and really helped shape who I was.
All my coaches preach is becoming a better person. They want you to get out of high school and be able to achieve anything you want to.
Many people might go on to not play collegiately. They might not play professionally, but they can take a lot of skills that they learn and use it in their professional life, in their future careers.
High school sports are worth protecting because it gives students an outlet to grow, to become a leader.
Without high school activities, there is no high school experience. It's those experiences when you go out and you meet people that you're only connected with through your passions is what really makes you become the person that you're going to become after you go on and do bigger, better things.
State associations matter because they protect the fairness and rules of high school sports.
They are really the ones who are on the ground and know what their students need better than anyone else.
They're here to look out for us. They're here to look out for what we love to do.
This is Dr. Jennifer Rexdad, Executive Director of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. The NFHS names Coaches of the Year for each of the 51 state associations across the country. Each one of the states has a list of state coaches of the year, and then the NFHS has a committee that looks at all of the state coaches of the year. They select section coaches of the year. There are 8 sections. The country is broken up into 8 sections. And then from those section coaches of the year, there will be national coaches of the year. And we have not gotten to the national coach of the year level, but we know Missouri's state coaches of the year. And so this episode will be celebrating the fall sport coaches of the year. First, in girls golf, Julie Jones from Visitation Academy. Jones has guided Visitation Academy to its 6th Girls State Golf Championship, cementing her legacy as one of the program's most successful leaders. Since taking the helm in 2017, she has steered the Vivettes to 3 state titles in just 4 years and secured a team trophy finish in each of the past 5 seasons. In girls tennis, Jeannie Hong from Ladue Horton Watkins. In her debut season as head coach, Hong guided Ladue Horton Watkins to a runner-up finish in Class 2 and coached Kayla Chan to the Class 2 singles championship. She's also led the Ladue Horton Watkins boys tennis program for the past 3 years. In fall softball, Lisa Alvis from Rockbridge. Since taking over the Rockbridge softball program in 2019, Lisa Alvis has guided the Bruins to a winning record every season. This past year was no exception, as Alvis once again led the team to success, culminating in a runner-up finish at the Class 5 state championships. In girls volleyball, Adina Crestman from Ozark. Guided by Crestman, the Tigers made their long-awaited return to the Volleyball State Final Four for the first time since 2017, finishing as the Class 5 runner-up. It marked yet another milestone in her impressive tenure, as Crestman has now led Ozark to 6 Final Four appearances in her 12 years as head coach. In girls cross country, Sheldon Keentz from St. Charles West. Keentz upheld the proud cross-country tradition at his alma mater, guiding the Warriors to their 3rd straight state championship. Under his leadership, 4 runners placed in the top 15 of the Class 3 race, securing another dominant title run. In boys cross country, Jason Waterman of Centralia. Waterman took the reins of the Centralia boys cross-country program in the 2015-2016 academic year. Under his guidance, the Panthers steadily developed into a championship-caliber team, culminating in the program's first-ever state title last season. In boys swimming and diving, Chris Murphy of Liberty. Murphy guided the Blue Jays to a fourth-place finish in last year's Class II meet, highlighted by Cole Tobin's individual state championship in the 100-yard freestyle. The team trophy marked Liberty's first since 2018. In boys soccer, Tom Probst of Valley Park. Probst guided Valley Park to its first ever boys soccer state championship, capping a remarkable 25-3 season. The title also marked the school's first state crown in any sport since 2003. And in football, Jared Beshore of Lamar. One of the key reasons Lamar has captured 10 state football championships in the past 14 years is the influence of Beshore. As a player, he helped the Tigers win 3 straight titles from 2011 to 2013. Carrying forward the lessons learned under legendary coach Scott Bailey, Beshore has continued the tradition of excellence, guiding Lamar to 5 consecutive Show Me Bowl appearances, including back-to-back state crowns in the past 2 seasons. Please help me congratulate each of the Fall Sport 2024-2025 Coaches of the Year for the Missouri State High School Activities Association. You've been listening to the Misha All Access Podcast. This is Dr. Jennifer Ruckstad, the Executive Director of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Thank you for listening to the Misha All Access Podcast and having an interest in Missouri high school activities and athletics. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Misha All Access Podcast or any of the episodes in this podcast, please consider subscribing or liking with your favorite podcast provider. It helps other people find us, and we really appreciate you listening and supporting the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
We welcome you back to Worldwide Technology Soccer Park here in Fenton, where we remind you that you can download a copy of today's game by heading to the Misha website, clicking download, log in, submit your payment. You will receive a download link to own this piece of Misha TV content forever. We are just about set to come out of the halftime break. Rockhurst in front of Park Hill South, 1-0. These two teams played back on September 27th. It was a victory for Rockhurst over Park Hill South, 4-0 on that day. Park Hill South through 40 minutes has looked pretty good outside the second chance goal scored by who other than Asende Walongo, the senior with his 37th goal of the season, a single season record for the Rockhurst Hawklets. The all-time leading scorer in program history has them on the board here in the Class 4 semifinal. But aside from that, on a second chance goal, the Panthers have looked good defensively. And they will look to build on that in the second half. See if they can establish a little offense. Their head coach Chris Farmer has done an excellent job. All 158 of his career victories coming as the head coach of these Panthers. He's assisted by Luke Bergrud, Jared Byrne, Bridger Pretz, and Matt Semkin. About set for kickoff. Park Hill South in the white jerseys, black shorts. Rockhurst in the all blue. The 158 victories at Park Hill South for Chris Farmer is more than the 147 victories at Rockhurst High School for Matt Darby. However, Matt Darby for his career, 383, 103 in 22. An incredible mark. We've got a whistle right off the start here. 15 seconds in. As Calvin Schieffer was taken down. We mentioned the record for Matt Darby just at Rockhurst. It's absolutely incredible what he's accomplished there. 147 wins to 16 defeats. Into the box it goes, punched away by Grauer, and then played back out towards midfield by Park Hill South. That could have developed into a chance for the Hawklets, but a lot of bodies down there. None taller, though, than the 6'4" keeper. Grauer, a nice play. Leary chips it back in, and off a hop, Everett wearing the 00 with the hot pink jersey with the black sleeves there to play it, and he punts it into the night Fenton sky. Back into the attacking third goes Rockhurst. Blanco settles it. One of the first times he's been able to get it to his feet and close. Tried to cross it over. But again, the Panthers able to force him wide and put him in a tough spot. Big collision in front of the Park Hill South bench. And we're going to get a stoppage. That did not look good. On to check on the injured Panther. Coming over is his teammate, William Bound. And it is Nathaniel Bartram, the injured Panther, who was hoping for a call on that play, expressing his frustration. His head was down looking at the ball. He was in between a couple different blue jerseys. And was contacted clearly unprepared for it. And that, I think, is what caught him. So, good enough to stay in this game. That's good. And with 37:51 to play in this second half, we will restart it. Nathaniel Bartram is one of those 4 Panthers with 30 or more points. He is a key cog in the Park Hill South machine. Two and a half minutes gone, second half. It is a 1-0 lead for Rockhurst. Back and forth on the far sideline. Fighting for body position is Leary. Leary played it back to Hollenbeck. Now down low. Rockhurst faithful wanted a call, but I think it was more so the fact that Aiden Pointer lost his footing on this wet surface while trying to halt his momentum to get around the Panthers defender. At any rate, here come the Hawklets again. Colin Leary dropped it for Gunther. Gunther to the near side for Gary, who crosses it. Walongo giving chase. Panthers the first ones to it. Trying to keep this thing alive, and they will. Aggressively trying to play on the rush. O'Day tried to send a through ball beyond the back line. And I think we're going to get a whistle. Down in the corner, this will act as a de facto corner kick. Sam Reeves picks up the foul. And so a corner kick in all but name. Upcoming here for the Hawklets. They approach the near side post. Panthers get ahead to it. The edge of the box. It'll be a corner for real this time from the near side. Match number 4 for us today. We've got 4 more tomorrow. Championship Saturday in Fenton, Missouri. South County, St. Louis area, where each of these two teams hopes to be crowned. Here comes the corner off of Karam. Brower coming off the line to grab it. And he'll start it quickly. Out of the pile, here come the Panthers on the rush. Well diagnosed there defensively by Gunther. Park Hill South able to get it back, and a shot that went just wide. It was touched by the keeper, Luke Struby. I'd be interested with the second look to see if that was going to make it on net or not, because it will be a corner kick upcoming for the Panthers. Probably obviously too close to let go if you're Struby. Regardless, but it'll be interesting to see it nonetheless. Left-footed shot, I don't know. Would have been very close. Even on the replay, tough to tell. The shot was from number 10, William Bound. Nick Parra will send it in to the tall post. Walongo wanted a call for Rockhurst, didn't get it. He thought he was held up. Park Hill South with it up the far side now. Looking for a cross, into the box it goes, and cleared out immediately by the Hawklets defense. They try to make progress. Walongo received it back, couldn't keep it in play. From the Park Hill South supporters. Whistles. Foul against Rockhurst. Park Hill South starting to mount some momentum in the attacking third. Had the shot headed for the near side post a moment ago, then the corner kick, and now they'll be able to send one in. Into the 18 it goes. Everybody missed it, and then off the side of the foot and out of play. I think it was Nathaniel Bartram on the shot attempt. Those are so much harder than they look at home. These players do not get enough credit for that, in my estimation. But a chance does fall by the wayside nonetheless for the Panthers. Walongo tried to feed one behind him for Colin Leary. Now Leary and Walongo pressure defensively. Leary got a foot in there. Park Hill South did well to win it back. Little possession edge here as well for the Panthers. Really picking things up here at the start of this second half. Nick Parra. Panthers working the wide side of the field. Collision, flag in the air, stoppage. That'll be the end of the possession for Park Hill South. Connor Williams was the one that they had collided with. So with the flag in the air, we will go back to the spot of that collision. The Restart here with 30 and a half remaining. Will Hunter in no hurry for the Hawklets. Clock now frozen with 30-34. Get everybody situated here. And I believe the reason for the holdup still is because they're going to put an additional couple ticks on the clock. Yeah, up from 30-34 to 30-50. So 16 seconds added. And we begin play again. One nothing, Rockhurst with the advantage. They owned the possession edge and really played in control in the first half. However, Park Hill South has had a solid start to this second frame. Have been able to manufacture a couple chances and have played more in the Hawklets' end. Everett Grauer sets the ball down, places it, retreats, and now approaches. And he'll send it spiraling into the center circle where it's possessed there by Rockhurst. Luongo played it back, one touch and in. Taken away. Stepping into the passing lane there nicely was Hollenbeck. Pastorino collided with, no call, and then a second huge collision. And we're going to get a stoppage. Middle official didn't appear to be looking at it initially, caught it out of the corner of his eye, and gets Bartram. Gary crossing over into the box, shot on net, not held immediately, and played out of danger. Well, Grauer just didn't hold it cleanly in these wet conditions. Gary got it to a good shooting position, had a lot on it. Michael Gary, the shot initially, and then Schieffer had a follow-up chance, was unable to get a foot to it. And then off the restart in the direction of Grauer, who will punt it back across half. So Rockhurst responding to the chances for the Panthers in the first 10 minutes with a rush of their own. Now Park Hill South on the rush. Here's Bound. Bound into the 18, crossed it into the middle and cleared away. Gary misplayed it. Then the tackle effort. Played forward to Asende Luongo. Luongo turns on the Jets, tried to cross over. Right through white shirts, and they will play it back to Grauer. Back and forth on the far sideline. Luongo off of Owen Toby. Out of play. Held by Grauer. So after a couple caroms on the far sideline, ends up in the direction of Grauer, who has been up to the task here in this second half. Toby got a foot to it with some space. Park Hill South to the edge of the attacking third. Boy, sure looked like a handball from where we're at in the booth. Rockhurst was calling for it. And now we finally got a stoppage. And it'll be a foul against the Hawklets. Well, we had the benefit of the high definition camera on it. But it sure looked like it may have come up with that spin and touched the hand of one of those Panthers. This should result in a pretty good scoring chance for Park Hill South. Can they find the equalizer? 25-45 and counting to play in this second half. They'll play it short off a passing play that never materialized. Rockhurst able to clear it out, but not all the way out of danger. Still in the box. And sent out of danger. Back across midfield. Max Fox from his keeper. Hollenbeck. Now Michael Gary to the near side Pointer. Couple of dribble moves. Oh, good tackle made there. And out of play, Noah Stevens. Off Pointer and out for the goal kick. Brower sends it across half. Park Hill South able to win possession. They battle for it in the midfield. Panthers come away with it. Bartram to Bound. Given up and in the center circle. Taken away. Ball awarded to Rockhurst. And a couple of Hawklet subs. Olivas and Garcia to re-enter. For Connor Williams and Ethan Gunther. Running start here for the Hawklets, who throw it in on the restart. Tried to get it all the way down to Wollongo. Connor Williams. Sends it laterally. On the far sideline. Sending one to the near side, trying to start a run for Connor Dirks. Ahead of everyone. And so Grauer, the goal kick. Battle for and won by the Panthers. They'll start up on the rush. Back defensively, and plenty of time is the Rockhurst back line. And now at the feet of Wollongo. Knocked out of play, right between the student sections. Gary. Off a pretty nice feed. Dribbles it down into the corner. A good pass to Walongo, who's now into the box. He'll cross it. Pass didn't get through. Sam Reeves played it up the far wing. Trying to get it out of their own end, and falling were the Panthers. The edge of the penalty area. Played back towards half. Park Hill South with it. They have spent much more time with the ball at their feet here in this second half than they did in the first. Liam Dean will work it wide. Into the center it goes. One touch, Olivas. And a header. Stepping up to send it into the Park Hill South end. They'll chip it in. Won't even really give chase, as nobody was ever going to catch up to that one. It's out for a goal kick. Everett Grauer. Big leg for the 6'4" senior. Sends it across midfield. Oh, a nice dribble move. Rockhurst overran it. Liam Dean played it to the edge of the box. And up the near sideline. One touch, classy pass by Walongo. And that starts the rush. Into the penalty area they come. Gary stops, reverses field to Walongo. Around a couple of defenders, he's got it at the point. Eventually caught up to by Panthers, cleared but not out. And now trying to bring it back in are the Hawklets. Up the near side, Gary had it taken away, but this should be a corner. Good pressure from Rockhurst on a really nice passing play that opened some things up for them. Well, they actually decided it's a throw. Just on the opposite side of that flag. Here's Williams. He'll cross it into the box. Park Hill South ready for it. They'll keep this alive. Look at Connor Williams chugging back the other way defensively. Able to get in front of Bound, who angles it into the middle. Walongo left it for a teammate. And now receives it back from Rex Olivas. In the center circle it comes. Schieffer tried to play it along. Couple of caroms. Rockhurst has it back. They'll work the back line. 18 minutes to play in this Class 4 state semifinal. Second meeting between these two schools. Park Hill South was handled in the first matchup 4-0. That has not been the case here tonight. The second half has been about as even as you could picture it. Back and forth, up the field we go. Rockhurst has done a good job at limiting the chances for the Panthers, but the Panthers have had a lot more possession in this second half, and they've spent a lot more time in the Hawklets' end trying to be the first team that takes them down in 2025 and dash their hopes of a fourth state title in 5 years. Rockhurst, for their part, trying to defend. Huge collision. It's been a physical match. Connor Dirks collided with William Bound. All the way back to the keeper, Luke Struby. He's been a little bit more active in this second half. The one thing that you have to credit the Hawklets defense for in this second half, sure, they maybe haven't spent as much time in the Park Hill South end, while they've still had their chances. Great defensive play made there, standing in the way of Michael Gary was Ty Zimmerman. and he plays it along. Unable to grab it beyond the 18 with Strube, and now we've got whistles. But the one thing I think you have to credit Rockhurst with is while Park Hill South has played a little bit more, they've done a nice job responding, playing on their front foot in the second half. It hasn't been Luke Strube being called upon to make a ton of saves. They have had a couple of chances. They've been able to earn some corner kicks, draw some fouls in some opportune areas. But Rockhurst hasn't let that snowball into a ton of grade A chances. They've been pretty sound defensively. And with 15:45 remaining, they will try to keep that momentum up. Gary tried to settle it when he realized he could not, just dribbled it back into the center circle and then found a defender in Tanner Hollenbeck, who gets it back. He is now chased by his opposite jersey number, Nathaniel Bartram. Liam Dean with it. Rockhurst sort of getting back to that possession game. Last couple minutes. Williams with it. Gary back to Williams. Back to midfield. Good pressure from the Panthers, and finally a takeaway. Up the far sideline, collision and a call. Nick Parra draws the foul and the card. It'll be Will Hunter who is booked. And the senior 6'2" defender will have to come off. For what you'd imagine would be a pretty brief stay on the bench. But Colin Leary, who comes on to replace him, will give up a couple of inches. On as well as Connor Dirks. He'll come in for Michael Gary. Gary's had a great match on the ball. Number 45 in blue, 6'1" forward, has made a lot happen offensively for Rockhurst in this one. So at the edge of the box, they're all lined up. Sent in by the Panthers. Charging off the line is Strube. First ones to it are Rockhurst to clear it. Back from where the restart occurred, and we are essentially going to do that again. Walongo is called for it. Trying to gain a yard or two. I think that's Nick Parra. Defended again nicely by the Hawklets defense. Fox. Southpaw sends it along. Chested down. And a potential opportunity just beyond the 18. To a shooting position. Letting it go were the Panthers. That was Ty Zimmerman. It didn't get through, and now Walongo has it. 13.5 remaining. Circling is Liam Dean. And now Walongo splitting defenders with some speed. Into the box he goes. Tried the cross, deflected, and off the carom. Brower has it. Brower the punt. Well across midfield. Zimmerman has it off the loose ball. Surrounded by blue shirts, trying to retain possession. And out of play. Tough to see down there. Last touch by Rockhurst. Zimmerman. Off the restart, Rockhurst possessions. Calvin Schieffer for Liam Dean. And now Cruz Garcia. Worked across half. Zimmerman steps in the way of that. Reversing field. Good decision by Pointer. And he gets it back with some momentum. fighting off the defense. Unable to hold them off for very long. Zimmerman in the thick of that play as well. And now a collision. A foul called against Park Hill South. Pointer's the one who draws it, and this will be a chance for the Hawklets to get something in close to Everett Grower. They scored on him about 10 minutes in on a second chance goal by Asende Walongo, the all-time leading scorer in Hawklets history. Connor Dirks sends it to the far post, but the 6'4" Grower outjumps everyone with ease. To half. Hawklets with it. Walongo had it taken away. Phenomenal defensive play. Not an easy player, obviously, to take it from. That was Owen Toby, number 7 for the Panthers on the takeaway, and he's in the mix again. Helping win the ball for Park Hill South, and here they come on the rush. Looking for the equalizer, a couple dribble moves. Rockhurst eventually catching up to Micah Wright. Just took too much time to make his mind up, but Park Hill South with it again. And will aggressively send it in, nothing materializing. Struby looks it in. And he'll restart. Zimmerman chests it down, push from behind. Foul call. Infraction committed by Pointer. We're inside of 10 minutes to play. It's been an entertaining second half. Back and forth action here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park in Fenton. Suburban St. Louis. These two schools traveled a long way to get here. It's been quite a journey for each of them to get to this point. Rockhurst, the unbeaten 22-0-1 record. In tight, Struby able to hold it. Park Hill South, for their part, a phenomenal 18-5 record. Trying to find an equalizer late against the Hawklets, but they'll have to defend. Grower had to make a save short side, as that shot forced on target by Aiden Pointer. Takeaway here. Defensively, big collision and a whistle. Colin Leary for Rockhurst. Lowered the shoulder, and I thought he might draw a card, and here it comes. So Colin Leary is booked. He'll have to come off. So let's see how aggressively Park Hill South decides to play this opportunity. Very similar spot from the pair of fouls they drew earlier on in this second half. Albeit this time from the near side. They line up a couple yards beyond the 18, and it is chipped into the box. I think they're gonna have to redo this here. The wind is blowing pretty steadily in the direction of the Park Hill South goal. Hasn't had much of an impact on the matches today, but it may affect these long balls in that have to travel into that wind. Here it comes to the edge of the box. It's on the ground. Left-footed shot is blocked. Over to it is Lisenby, and he was stripped. Cruz Garcia walks it out of danger, and eventually it's played out. coming on 8 minutes to go here in Fenton. That was a pretty good clearance effort by Connor Williams. Somehow kept that in play from a tough angle. And now he heads it along the near sideline. Who touched it last? Park Hill South did. Williams throws in for Liam Dean. He'll work the defense. Williams gets it back. The junior finds Tanner Hollenbeck. And now they advance it in the attacking third. Splitting the defenders. Losing it momentarily was Olivas. Got it back and then had it knocked away. So some substitutions here. Whole line change for Rockhurst as they sent 3 or 4 fresh shirts on. Gary and Schieffer among them. A couple of substitutions as well for Park Hill South as Micah Wright and Hank Lisenby, check out. So, barely see the player in the corner of our frame as he gets a running start to try to toss this in. And it's a score! An insurance goal for Rockhurst with 6:31 to go. Scored by Ethan Gunther. They get a good throw in by Colin Leary, as you see on the replay. Settled initially by Schieffer. And everyone trying to get out of the way of it so as not to deflect it right in front of the keeper, Everett Grauer. It sneaks past inside the far post. And a goal for Ethan Gunther and the Rockhurst Hawklets. For Ethan, it is just his second goal of the season. And it comes at a big time. It gives Rockhurst a multiple goal lead with just 6.5 minutes remaining. It's been a great fight in this second half. Park Hill South establishing some momentum as now we do have a card issued to the Rockhurst bench. Not sure who on the bench picked up the infraction, but it'll go in the book nonetheless. We have a sub as well for Park Hill South. And the mountain has gotten very steep against the undefeated Hawklets now. They did such a good job establishing themselves in this second half. Had played a great 34 minutes. But Rockhurst had their chances as well in this half, not to be denied. And Ethan Gunther finds a huge one to potentially propel Rockhurst to the Class 4 state title game. We've got 6 minutes left to see if that result will change. Looking for the cross is Park Hill South. They find it, but nobody home. Hollenbeck clears. First half, second chance goal scored by Ascende Walongo. Ethan Gunther off a throw-in, touched back by Calvin Schieffer. Who should get credit for the assist. It would be his 18th of the season. It is a team high for Calvin, who has 43 points. That leads all comers on this Rockhurst squad. Aside from Asende Wolango. Another chance in tight, and another goal! 3-0, Michael Gary! Exclamation point for Rockhurst. Michael Gary's 14th of the year. 37 points now for him. So the second and third leading point getters on this Hawklets roster now into the score sheet. The top three on this team have all scored. Wolango, Schieffer the assist, and then Michael Gary the third goal. So the three leading point getters all record one here in the semifinal match. Michael Gary has created a lot all night long. And finally rewarded with a goal as he's able to beat Everett Grauer. Substitution coming here. Probably the last we'll see of Asende Wolango. Jack Meyer standing by waiting to sub. As Wolango checks out, they will try to save 5 minutes of running for Asende for what tomorrow will be their bid for their fourth state championship in 5 years. The winningest, second winningest program in terms of state titles in the state of Missouri. Rockhurst looks to tie St. Thomas Aquinas Mercy for the most state championships in boys soccer all time. They'll have a chance to do that tomorrow. They have gotten to this Final Four stage the most of any school or program in Missouri State history. 29 times they've made it to the state Final Four with 10 titles to show for it. They have won state 6 times since 2010. And they appear to be well on their way to the final game on the biggest stage. Here again. Park Hill South has fought admirably. The 3-goal game does not do justice to how competitive this one has been. Grauer plays it along for Park Hill South. A 1-0 contest for much of this. And Park Hill South had their chances to knot this thing up at 1 apiece. But with the 2 insurance goals pretty close, Rockhurst now sitting comfortably with a 3-0 advantage. Hollenbeck, oh, sent it. Right off of Nick Parra, who's back to his feet rather quickly. Official in the middle is gonna check on him and make sure he's okay. .238 to go. Pointer taken away by his opposite jersey number, Zimmerman. And defended nicely, Cruz Garcia. Over for Gunther. Gunther scored the second goal of the contest, crosses it, and the fourth goal of the contest! Michael Gary, his second of the match. And the Hawklets pouring it on down the stretch. Ethan Gunther's 5th assist of the year. It's a 3-point night for number 10. This was beautifully done. One-on-one, Gary able to find the ball in the air. I think it was Nick Parra defensively who felt he was pushed. Did not get the benefit of the call. Gary able to deposit it past Grauer. And as was the case in the first matchup, the score now 4-0 Rockhurst. Well, credit the Hawklets, they just kept coming. Isaiah Ford plays it across midfield. Sam Hafner gives chase, some new blood into the contest. TJ Schieffer. After it, Zimmerman plays it along. Bump from behind and an easy call for our official. Parra hit by Jack Meyer. We're inside of 90 seconds to play. Into the penalty area it comes. Could Park Hill South manage a goal to get on the board? Establish some positive momentum before their final match tomorrow, which will be the Class 4 third place game against Fort Zumwalt West. Battle of the purple and black tomorrow. A couple of great seasons for each of these teams. But Park Hill South running into the buzzsaw that has been Rockhurst this year. They will move to 23-0-1. And their bid for an undefeated state championship season will culminate in their match against the SLU High Junior Billiken, defending champions, tomorrow night. Should be one of the best matches in the state this year. 000 here tonight. The Rockhurst Hawklets are headed to the Class 4 state title game. Park Hill South will surely be disappointed and need some time to process this one, but they have nothing to hang their heads about. A valiant effort. And again, a match that was much more competitive than the final 4-0 score. They were far from dominated. It was 1-0 into the late stages. And the wheels fell off a little at the end as the Panthers tried to extend and create some scoring chances. Two teams shake hands for the second time this season, and for the second time this season, the Rockhurst Hawklets victorious 4-0. That'll do it for us here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park in Fenton, Missouri. For our outstanding production crew and administration staff here at Misha TV, I want to thank Eric Kelly, Scott Lunty, Andrew Kaufman, our director, Jennifer Ruckstad, as well as our phenomenal camera crew, our PA announcer, Max Bennett. I'm Zach Zook saying so long from suburban St. Louis, where again the final in this one, Rockhurst 4, Park Hill South nothing. Rockhurst will play SLU High tomorrow for the Class 4 title. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for watching Misha.tv. This broadcast has been brought to you by the Missouri State High School Activities Association, powered by Huddle TV.